This is a Headgum original.
You Soldier Boy, tell him. What's wrong?
You said I was a nothing man with no plans and nowhere to be and no one to see. You said that I didn't affect things.
Yeah, that was pre-show. That was off mic. And that was just to sort of get into like a zone.
Yeah, it was on mic though. Like I heard it, and it
was on
hurt
fleek.
me.
Yeah,
No, I didn't say that. I said it was on me at my expense, and it hurt.
and it made ennui, basically sadness.
Right. Yes. And then you said, "Let's get the energy up."
Everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stupid, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
Grace, you're coming
What's
at
up?
us. What's that?
I said, what's up?
You're yelling into the mic, which you're gonna have to fix later.
I know I'm recording fine.
Yeah. You're worried about us.
Don't give her any notes.
Why would it?
I'm just
Jason's
worried
the
about
one
the
who's
mixing.
responsible for the mixing. So you
For the
don't have to
mixing, especially
actually
the
worry
levels,
about it.
especially like how good it
Yeah.
sounds. Yeah.
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 So I'm just a little worried about, who is
Well,
writing
why
the
would you
levels.
be? Because
Right.
it's sort of like, this is my job.
Sure. Right.
So I guess just do yours.
when you go to when you go to a restaurant, you're not like at peace or ease that the chef's gonna cook your steak just so. You're like sort of micromanaging every step of the process. You're saying like, did you take it out of the fridge for 30 minutes before you started putting it on the sear? And just making
No.
sure with the waiter. What's that?
That you're a bad customer. The customer's always right, but you're sort of putting that to the limit.
Yeah.
How do you like your steak?
Medium rare. And I thank you not to bring it up again. Been getting into tartare recently. Steak
Beef?
or other. Grace, you edit.
Salmon.
Grace, you produce these episodes every week, right?
Tuna.
Yeah.
Am I crazy for thinking that Amir doesn't know how to conversate?
Now, see, I've been editing the as yet unreleased episode from last week,
Sure.
and you two got into it
Okay.
about the context of the word rapping.
Yeah.
Rapping.
And I'm only bringing this up because I just listened to it today. I understand that for you it probably happened 2 weeks ago.
This was this week or something.
Oh, you talked about you doing your yo-yo tricks.
Sure,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
You were invited to the
awesome.
talent show,
That's awesome.
and you'd already rapped.
Right.
And I thought, they're not talking about Jeffrey rapping at this talent show.
Okay.
And then it turned out that Amir later said that as a joke,
Yeah.
much to you were quite upset. Not,
Yeah.
sorry.
I
He meant like
was?
he
Bring it
rapped.
up
He
again.
meant like he rapped
Yeah.
like, oh, we rapped shoot it with a W.
Yeah.
And it sounded
And
like he
in
was
this-
rapping like
Right.
hip hop, a hip it to the hip it to the hip hop, and you don't stop style rapping.
Yeah.
That's not what I assumed,
No, yeah, me
but
neither.
it's an option.
Yeah.
Anyway, just to say that there might be people out there who don't automatically think, when they hear the word rapped, that things are done. Rapping.
So you're saying I didn't know how to conversate, that I didn't give enough context to the audience.
I'm just giving an example of like sometimes you can only see things how you see it, so it's kind of like an unreliable narrator. I'm just giving you the counterpoint of like maybe there's fault on both sides here.
Mm.
So it's not necessarily. It's like saying, oh, that person doesn't know how to play tennis. The person opposite me on the court, but it's like, but what are you serving?
Exactly. It takes two to tango in a way.
Well, 3.
Right. Obviously, the
Yeah,
partner and
maybe.
then the instructor.
and Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
So far I've been called a nothing man. I've been
Before
told
the episode.
that I don't know where to go at any certain time, that I'm always going to be late, that I'm not good to be around. I've been told that I don't know how to conversate. I've been told that I don't know how to see things from any perspective other than my own.
You're reading a lot into what I said. You're taking things very personally. I made a series of neutral statements.
I don't know if I'm taking anything personal that other people wouldn't also take personal if they were spoken to in the same exact fashion.
But you asked, you invited the questions. So it's...
For
you have
positive
to be
reinforcement
prepared.
and constructive criticism.
You know
Feedback
what?
in any way.
I will say, I was thinking, the last time I came on, I was upset because you started before you said headphones on and then started recording, and didn't have time to sort my hair out. Now you can see the effort that went into it, the difference it makes when I have time to prepare.
Bed is made
But I thought,
too.
you know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
clean,
be
bleach
Yeah.
kind
sheets.
of a little. I'm noticing this like uneven.
Yeah, but that's
I wasn't
pretty
gonna
good.
say anything, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't need to look at my sheets.
And that pillow sort of matches my shirt.
Yeah. Blue towel draped over a makeup chair that looks like you got it from an athletic club.
IKEA. Try the IKEA bargain bin. Or as they call it there,
Grace hated that.
I will sue you if you damage my precious ears. They pay the bills.
Yeah. I got worried because that one episode that I didn't mix. Or sorry, that I did mix. People said that the sound effects were really loud. They weren't mixed louder than they are on this show, and everybody seems fine. And people were like, I'm going to sue you because I almost got in a car accident.
I just said that.
What's that?
I just said I was going to sue you.
Because you almost got in a car accident.
It's like you're only retaining things that you heard recently. Sorry, I was saying I did intend to come on and be nicer and be more supportive.
But it's hard. Like, it's hard.
It's
like,
hard, yeah.
You say
Because
that
like
It really
Amir
is.
says
wanna
this
come
shit,
on with
and
a
then
pod-
Amir
nothing
starts
to
the
do
whole
with me.
episode. Really,
It just we're treated with such vitriol right off the bat, and it's like unless you
Vitriol?
combat it with anger.
before the show even started, you said I didn't have plans.
I really don't think you do. Like, I'm sorry. What do you want me to? If you want me to be somebody else, I'll
That's
figure
what
that
I'm
out.
saying. Also, do you guys want me to be on time and jovial?
You're on time.
Do you guys want me to show up open to conversation?
Sure, that'd be great. You're the host.
Okay. But when I go to a restaurant and I order my food,
Yeah, I feel
I'm
like-
not open and jovial to the chef.
Yeah,
He's
it seems
providing
like you're a bad
service.
customer.
Yes, I'm God's favorite customer. Oh,
Sorry, I wanted to do it on camera because you rarely get to see that. Usually, people are like hiding it or like covering their mouth, you know. But I'm alone in this room, and I wanted to just fucking full throttle, whole hog, see what it looks like when I sneeze. So I'll review the tape at the end.
yeah. I believe.
Of course, bleep all of that.
What
it
do you
has to
mean?
be bleeped. It has to be
What
blurred.
do you mean?
You can't disclose private information on the pod, whether it's where things are happening, where people live.
Yeah.
It's all just creating further work and a potential for one day messing up irreparably so.
sure.
Like
I've
you're
done
one
that already.
bleep away from
I already have forgotten to
changing
bleep stuff. I
my
think I
life forever.
accidentally doxed Riley's email address. I think at one
Yes,
point
and
that
that's
I
such a
gave
small
away.
one.
Yeah.
That's such a small one compared to what you're about to bleep.
Sure.
Don't you think?
Well, because it's,
Yeah.
the more the merrier.
No, the opposite.
Okay.
Closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now Grace is yawning. She's
and I
bored.
will
You're
have
sort
the
of not
fish.
included.
And
What?
I will have the fish.
I thought you were
on
in
the
steak.
day.
Oh.
What's that?
You said you've been eating steak. You like tartare.
I have been I've been partaking,
That sounds
Partaking.
offensive. Okay.
partaking, in tartar from time to tar.
Where are you getting your tartare? You think you could Postmates beef tartare?
I don't think so.
You don't
I
think
really
a
don't
restaurant
think
that
so.
has beef tartare would just put it in a fucking styrofoam and ship it
Tartare
to
is
you?
anything raw, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
I guess
like-
they do sushi.
Yeah. So, well, tuna tartare, steak tartare, like what you were saying, salmon tartare. You rarely see like an apple tartare, but when you bite into a Honeycrisp, that is what you're having. Does that make sense?
You mean
No.
applesauce?
Sure, applesauce because it's technically still raw, but I meant truly a full fruit.
Yeah.
When you're tearing apart
Totally
a
different.
fucking clementine, right? Yost or otherwise. That is tartare.
I recently found out, or learned, I should say, how fucked up foie gras is. Foie gras?
Yeah,
Like
what is it? They like
force-
take a pig and they
force-feed
spank
duck?
it over their knee.
No,
and
it's unrelated to
I thought it was like a tender thing.
It's like a
you
force
basically
feeding
take
a
the
duck
tenderloin and then
until
you
their
spank it over
liver
your own
explodes.
tenderloin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they basically have to torture a bird for
That's
you to
true.
eat their liver.
yeah, but it's
How good
cod. I
can
thought,
something
is it
be?
not?
No, you're just guessing wrong and not listening to anything I'm saying.
Because
I'm
when you go
telling
to
you
a
what it is.
restaurant and you order
Yeah,
the foie
you're
gras,
yelling at the chef. You're sort of being nasty.
not
to
yelling at the
server.
chef, yelling at the wait staff and the maitre d', right? Because they're my liaison to the
or
chef.
otherwise. Talk to Grace. I'm gonna turn my microphone off. Let's try to get her involved a little more. It's important that everybody touches the ball for an offense to really hum on all cylinders. You
This
know
is
what
a
I mean?
bizarre choice as a guest.
Never need to hear about you saying touch the ball.
She doesn't need you to do this. Hi.
Hey Jeff, what's up?
I'm in sort of a transition phase of my
What's
life.
that between what?
I'm just moving.
Me too.
Where are you moving? Walsall?
Yeah, I'm moving to a slightly different postcode in Walsall.
Let's hear it. What is it? Don't say it.
I'll bleep it out, it's fine.
Okay.
Also, it's a block of flats, so you don't know what number.
That's fair. I feel like we should move on to something I wanted to talk to you about today, which was that, I'm kind of like an audit in a way of
I thought this was coming.
just of the mixing recently.
Mhm.
Like I feel like
Oh,
when we
not what I thought was coming. I thought, no, okay.
of your finances?
No. I thought you were, like, you wanted to review your performance on the big special episode you did recently.
Oh,
on your
the
own podcast.
my
big deal.
performance.
I actually wanted to talk about
Yeah.
that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Hollywood Handbook episode.
That's
or
right. I
If
truly
you even
thought
want to
that's
call
why
it an
you were.
episode, it was a debacle, right? And
Debacle.
I don't know.
It was
Did
the
you hear? Grace heard it
tightest-
first.
tightest
Literally
outline.
heard it here first.
I ever did.
When you were listening to that episode, Grace, did it
Mhm.
feel historic or sort of
I was
You
gonna
know,
try and criticize Grace's mixing. of the
infamous,
levels.
notorious in a nasty way? Did you feel like you were listening to something special?
Did you feel like I gave it everything I had?
I truly did. What was difficult. I know how much you wanted this. This is a dream.
Yeah.
This was years in the. This was a vision board.
Sure. This
So
is
to
the-
watch it, the thing is, I feel like I just
You
don't want to know
fumbled
that
the
you're
bag.
scared.
You fumbled the bag. You fumbled the bag. You 100% fumbled the bag. Like, is that what you wanted to hear?
I think your mistake was having Amir there. I
Amir-
understand that might have been like a non-negotiable thing for them to appear on it, but like I think having Amir there kind of changed the dynamic from what could have been like,
Mm. Who do you
hey,
think-
I'm
You think three guessed that episode, or would you have replaced me with a different fourth?
Yeah, like could we have gotten like an Erica? Could we have gotten a Rochelle? For that
just
episode?
someone to kind of soften it because it felt like sort of.
Anya would have been good for that, I think.
Anya would have been good. Yeah.
See, I'm saying that you need someone that's going to be nice to you.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm struggling to come up with a name because it's like, who would have been on your side
Yeah.
in that situation?
Racking our head.
It's hard, because I really did, Amir, have you seen the clip of Shannon Sharp leaving Undisputed?
Oh, yeah. It was sort of sad talking to Skip and like wiping his eyes.
So it's basically like,
put it together.
all I ask, when you lay your head on that pillow at night,
Yeah. Know that
I gave it everything I had.
Yeah. Left it all on the field.
I gave you everything I had.
Yeah.
That was it. That was like the best outline we're going to get for an episode.
It had the
And
rice. It had the Jeopardy.
It had a
It had
rice
the
parody
wax.
that I thought was
Everything.
pretty good. Scalded rice, cauterized grains seared thus. That's as good as this show gets.
Yeah.
Jeopardy was great. With different guests, it would have been a hit. Instead, it was a shit, right? Because
Well.
they sort of institutionally break things down, right?
Yeah.
And in that way, the next time we have them on, which I think we should have them on, I would have loved to have had them on for this Friday's episode.
What's Friday?
It's the Miles episode. I just think it'd be funny to have them on twice in a row.
I see. Oh, yeah. Back to back after that.
Yeah, after such a divisive episode.
Mm-hmm. Although the comments and the views are just through the roof. Like
Some people love it. A lot of people
Yeah.
love it. I would say
At
it's
le- at
70
least we're
love,
talking
30%
about it.
hate, though. It's really
Really?
which is
creating
better than
discourse.
100% agnostic, when people are just don't care at all either way. That's where you don't want to be.
Yeah, and we're approaching that territory with this episode, we should say.
I think Grace and I are doing pretty good.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're going to let us sit in that.
Yeah. Let's fucking get into shit, man. Like,
Deafening.
how are y'all doing? What are the issues of your days? Right? What are you dealing with, and how can Uncle Jeffrey fix it for you?
Okay, well, a guy I sort of not work with, just this guy just blasted Ozzy Osbourne directly into my ear canal.
It's almost like you work against.
Didn't even bring up the fact that he's from Birmingham, which is where I'm near.
You're closer to
There's
Bath,
a tram
no?
named no. What?
What? This is crazy. I sent Grace a New York Times, I was going to say farticle, but it was more of like it's one
Cry
of
for
the,
help?
it was like 36 hours in blank. And this one was 36 hours in Bath, which is where you're from.
It was where I was born.
And nothing from Grace. She was basically like, no response. And then,
Did reply.
but the reply was sort of a nothing burger.
Yeah,
It was
sat on
like-
it for it. What did
It was
you
like,
want?
let me know when they do
Okay.
one in Walsall. I'm like, they don't.
Walsall. Okay.
They're never
no,
gonna
okay.
do that, man. I'm
let's
sorry.
get into it
Like,
now.
what's the best fish and chips in Walsall? Let's put it into 36 hours. I land directly there. What am I doing for 36 hours? I
Do they
mean,
even have an airport there?
do they even have
No.
one? They have a train station. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, you said
You can
land.
take a plane and land it on tracks.
We have a bus station.
So
So what do you want to talk about with Beth then? What did you want me to say? What in your okay?
yeah.
We'll do some more of this reversing.
Sorry, my whole leg is asleep.
Don't need
Where
to
are
hear about
you?
your
I've
whole-
never seen this room.
This is my bedroom. It's the
The
same
new
room I do. Whenever I do this remotely, it's always this room.
Oh, so it looks different. I feel like I usually see you in a living room or something with an archway.
Oftentimes we do the living room too. Yeah.
Oh, such bony, thin ankles in the background. Oh my God, do those belong to you? Or are you laying on a turkey?
It's sort of
My
like a
God.
body pillow.
It looks like a
That's
poster
just
of
feet.
Dalsim or something. Just move your head a little bit. It looks like a fucking decal. Oh,
It's a fat head of just my thankles.
a thin head.
Oh God. My
Yuck.
whole leg is asleep and it hurts a lot.
Yeah, it goes
You know
from
what I
numb
mean?
to the tingly, and then it's just like really painful.
Grace, let's hear about 36 hours in Walsall.
How do you spell that? I can't understand what you're saying.
WALSALL.
Walsall.
This is a first for the
Walsall.
show, is somebody's whole leg being asleep.
Maybe.
Is it?
What is wrong with you guys?
How would we verify that?
Yeah.
If
Also,
I went
why
to
is
a
that
restaurant
interesting?
and the chef's leg was asleep, that'd be kind of interesting to me because it doesn't happen every day.
Fucking cares? Your ankles are so bony in the frame. They're so thin. How are they thinner than actual bones? Like there still has to be skin around them. And yet look at that. It looks like it's just a skeleton. Like you're lying on a skeleton. It's
Balsam
incredible.
Ankles.
How do you ever get around without hurting yourself? You're so top heavy.
I don't. Every
feet
day is
hurt.
painful, which is why I have to numb myself with joy. So I
Cool.
arrive in Walsall.
Uh-huh.
Where am I getting a piece of fried cod with crisps? By the way, I learned recently that I respond to cat, calling. Not like by construction workers, but you know how people with cats are like, pss, 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 pss. I can't get enough of that. Like if you do that to me, I'm going to come over to you.
It must be a genetic thing, right? Like you can't add meat to those bones, like through exercise or food.
Yeah. Like you can do squats, but it doesn't add muscle
look at the
there.
bone. Like you can really see the bone shape. And
That
the
I think
ankle
is more of a
tip.
tendon. Yeah.
It's so sharp. I mean, Grace, this is alarming, right? Am
So-
I overblowing this?
Some people would love this.
Some people would.
We need a pro version. Hollywood Handbook has the pro version. We need a Patreon for this show where we can do paid feet content, paid thankful content,
I mean, people are getting it for free.
and a
right
mailbag.
now.
Yeah, no, I'm saying,
You put a nude on Twitter. What would the pro version be?
Grace, did you see my ass?
Your ass reveal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody saw it if Grace saw it because she doesn't actually consume any of this content for free. She does it for work. I think we need a Patreon was my point. Maybe see if we could do like a mailbag, people are mailing me letters, anthrax, etc.
Then what is this show?
What do you mean?
What are we
If-
doing?
This is the show. This is like the mainstay. This is what people come for and stay for. And
Is the
then
provision
they
just
can't get
you?
enough. Sorry, just 1 second, actually.
I actually did have a question I wanted to ask. Another one is that in the room,
Sure.
so it's you, Amir, Hollywood Handbook,
Mhm.
Casey,
Sure.
and
Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in the power ranking? Above or below Kevin?
Well, I learned that Kevin owns a house. So I'm probably below
Oh,
Kevin.
Yeah. Wait, yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
Well, so Kevin owns a house and you're still hourly.
Yeah. And Casey's salaried, actually, so I'm probably below Casey. Ultimately,
Well, you're below Casey anyway.
right. Because he's,
Said with love, positivity.
What's your most expensive
said with love.
thing that you own? If it's not a house, like is it a watch? Probably. A car?
Probably my car,
Paying it off or fully own?
fully owned.
More expensive than any watch you have?
Yeah. It's a car, so
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen some of those watches that you're trying to sell. They're like $10,000.
I'm trying to sell one watch for $12,000, but I bought it from an estate sale for $6,000. So
That's pretty good.
yeah,
That could be more expensive than your car. Because how
Yeah.
many miles are on it?
150,000.
Yeah, it's probably not worth 12 grand.
I think it is. It's a Toyota Tacoma. They hold their value. It's probably worth 15.
150K.
That's like a good amount for a car. Like that's a good asset for me to have.
Well, I mean, let's take out the Kelly Blue Book during the next break and really start to appraise things.
Yeah, let's take out the Kelly Blue Book during this break. A second break for the Kelly Blue Book. Grace, can we get a numbers crunch on a 2003 Toyota Tacoma extra cab?
I thought we were going to do it during the break. We
Why
left
would
and
we-
came back.
come back with the information? You don't want to see Grace searching for it?
What year? I'm not moving my hands.
This is fucked up.
I'm holding the microphone. You want to make me Google. Amir's hands-free. He's been hands-free this whole time. He was hands-free when he insulted you at the beginning of the show, and it's very distressing.
We haven't even touched the 36 hours in your town. We haven't figured out where to get fried tilapia with sides.
I'll tell you this about my town.
Fishy chips? Sorry. Yeah. What were you saying?
I don't know.
7,500.
Right.
I was going to say $7,000.
So about half the price of
Sure.
the watch.
But that's just Kelly Blue Book. If you go to our Auto Trader,
Yeah.
you're gonna see prices
Oh,
more.
maybe
than
a little
$15,000.
more. Yeah, not
maybe a
double.
little more.
Not double.
And now I'm on Auto Trader.
Yeah, you don't have to do this now. What I'm trying to say is sell the watch, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Probably
I'm
get another
obviously
car.
trying. Yeah, it's hard because the also why would I have two cars? Right?
It's crazy how noticeable your ankle is in the frame. I can't stop looking at it. It's cool that you're not ashamed of it. Like there are parts of my body I wouldn't want on the internet a little bit, and you're just like leaning. You're almost like framing
What are like
it
the
up.
two ones you wouldn't want?
Yeah.
Well, I would
ankle
never
and what
tell
else?
you. Yeah, I would never tell you.
Okay.
Because you would just sort of, I don't know, make a game show of it or something.
We could do that now.
What about a shame show? So it's like a body game show.
It's pretty good.
Do you ever see the movie Shame?
No.
Michael Fassbender, directed by Steve McQueen,
No.
gets his hog out.
Fassbender's hog.
No, I'm interested.
Happens in the first 5 minutes as well, so you get the
Okay,
gist.
great. So I don't even have to watch the whole thing to see that thing. What is this?
I used to work in a cinema. I'll just talk. I used to work in a cinema for 2 years, and so there's a very specific period of time. It's just the films that came out from that time. Okay. And one of them was Skyfall.
Really?
One of the episode week. Yeah, it was the highest grossing film in the UK that year.
That's cool. Who's speaking of, who's your Bond of the week, Grace?
Ooh. Bane.
So your Bond of the week
Bane?
is
Pardon?
Desmond Bain?
No.
He's pretty jacked.
I think he could do it. Yeah.
He's handsome.
You guys are talking about two different Banes. Amir's talking about Desmond Bain, the NBA player. You're talking about Bane, who's a character from the DC Comics universe, from Batman. So that's too much IP to mix. That'd be like if you went to a restaurant and you were like, can I get
God, you're
the
fucking
surf
obsessed.
and turf and the scallops and chicken? That's too much.
The surf and turf is not scallops and chicken.
I said that's like going to a restaurant, getting the surf and turf and
is
the
what?
scallops and chicken, which is lobster and I almost said a sandwich. Steak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Best shop.
But we
To
did just
get
say that he was
Crisp
talking about Desmond
cod
Bane.
in
So
Walsall.
it was
Where is it and where?
a shop to get crisp cod.
Where is it and where?
There's a bunch of them, man. There's a place you can get battered chips. They're really good.
Battered.
listen.
What's the difference?
One basket
They're
of fries
battered.
got the shit beat out of it.
Bony. A loose chicken wing. on the
Gony.
wall. You're a bony gony.
Ablewell Fish Bar.
That's
on
good. Wait,
Ablewell
sorry.
Street.
It's like a bar for ales and pints, but actually for fish and sours.
What's a sour?
It's like a
You
beer
trying
that
to say
tastes
chips?
sort of tart. I meant to say
Oh.
fries.
I used to work in a craft ale bar.
A craft ale bar. Everything
Yeah.
in England's like slightly different. It's kind of interesting.
Why?
I don't stand up next to you. I did clip that time.
That's good.
I'm sorry. You just love your country so much.
It's not good. It's just different. That's what I was
You think
saying.
you're going to bleep the information earlier that I didn't want out there? Or was that more of a cut it out situation? Because it didn't really blend into anything after the show.
I'll probably cut it out, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It'll get out there for sure.
It shouldn't, is what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying I'll cut it out
Yeah.
for sure.
That's
And then the information will find its way.
Do
you think if I called-
fucking swings around like
It's a
a metal
curveball.
rooster? Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you think if I called TMZ with information about your ass, they would publish it? Or do you think you're
No.
not famous enough? Yeah.
One time, a paparazzi photographer came up to me at an airport. I'm like, "Do you even know who I am? Like, not like, do you know who I am kind of way.
Yeah.
Like, why are you talking to me like from YouTube videos?" He's like, "Yeah, I love your shorts." And like with like the camera. He's like, "So like, what are you up to?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm going to my parents' house." Like, yeah, all right.
Not
I
all
wonder if
right.
that was ever on TMZ.
I don't think so.
They just wait at the airport until they recognize somebody. Is what I'm trying to say.
Sure. Which
And he definitely recognized you.
He must have, yeah, but he was like a 24-year-old paparazzo, and he's like, I'm like, this footage isn't useful to anybody.
But
You're
that's the
just
thing.
asking.
Paparazzi are all like, they're just individual people with a camera. And they take the footage, they take the picture, and then they try to sell it.
Right, they just
So-
dump it on the ground like a
Yeah.
fisherman. Like, is any of this worth anything? And then
Exactly.
like, no.
But it's all
this is
barnacles.
Interesting, yeah.
That video of you was a barnacle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess
Oh,
it was
well.
kind of fun. A fun moment in my life.
Yeah.
Now I know how Bieber feels when he's at a restaurant being rude.
Here's
to the
my
wait
take.
staff.
Here's my take on that. Like Justin Bieber, there's constantly videos of him like getting angry on Rodeo Drive. You are in the heart of paparazzi country though. Like if you don't want to be around them, don't live and work in Beverly Hills. That's my thing. There's so many other places in LA to get incredible estates. Go live in Pasadena. I've never seen a paparazzo in Pasadena. And the houses are old, beautiful, and huge, right? You chose to live in Beverly Hills. You chose to do your grocery shopping at Erewhon in Beverly Hills. You're gonna get your photo taken. You know what I mean? Or like Malibu. Nobody's ever in Malibu.
A lot of famous people are in Malibu.
No paparazzi.
They're not. I'm sure I could search Lindsay Lohan Malibu and find a lot.
Then fucking Frogtown then.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they'll go wherever the famous people are.
Sure.
But sometimes the famous people call the paparazzi because they want like the publicity.
Okay, so we should do that.
Completely pivoted.
Right? Like,
Travis
Call
Barker
him
and
and
Kourtney
say-
Kardashian are having a baby.
who?
Who?
Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
I didn't know that.
It's kind
No,
of
you
a
do.
power couple.
Kind of an old couple.
Nice.
No,
But
I'll think
tread
that was
lightly.
mean.
I'm also actually 40. Do you think I look 40? You can be honest with me.
No, but I'm bad at. I wouldn't say that you and Geoff are that far off in age.
Sorry, 1 second. I can't hear Grace.
I wouldn't personally have said that you and Geoff were that far apart in age.
Right. Like he looks like in his late 20s and I look in like in my mid 30s. But it's actually like
Yeah.
25 and 40.
Yeah, you could be his dad.
Wait, were you guys
Could
hearing
be.
that?
Oh yeah. I was
Yes.
trying to talk over it.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to listen to some music. Only on my end.
Do you ever hear the Tom Jones cover of that?
There's a Tom Jones cover of that?
Burning Down the House?
Like
With the
Tom Jones,
Cardigans.
like it's not unusual to be loved by anyone?
Yeah.
Fighting fire with fire.
Watch out. You might get watch
He's
This is the version I'm familiar with.
He is enunciating way too much. Do you guys think Tom Jones is good in bed?
Just fucking say it, man. Just ask the question. Like,
Jeff, I'm
there's this
listening.
log jam of like fucking half-baked ideas in your head, and none of them are making it through to your mouth.
Jeff, please don't
Think.
get disheartened. I want to know what you're
Think.
talking about.
Ask.
This is the first thing I'm interested in. All that Beverly Hills and Erewhon conversation. It's like, now we're talking about Tom Jones. This is the real shit. Let's go. What do you want to say?
At Jeffrey
ready.
James on Instagram.
Oh
at Jeff
my
Boyardi on
God.
Twitter.
Oh,
You guys
that's
plug your
real
shit. I'm
mature.
gone. I'm ghost. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable. You know he's just doing this to make me look bad. Now I'm the asshole, right? Because I ended the show. He's ending the show. I wanted to know the question too.
We could just carry on. What's good,
Yeah.
Amir?
Good. So I'm at OK Bloomer on TikTok. I hear they sort of rejiggered their algorithm now, like people are getting paid more, but you got to make 1 minute long videos. But the CPMs are through the roof, so you got to watch us on there. Instagram, still in the process of trying to unload that name, but it's still mine, which is at Amir.
What do you think will sell first? Your Instagram handle or Jeff's $12,000 watch?
Oh, that's a really good question. I don't know. They're kind of both valued the same right now. It's whichever one wants to pull that trigger faster. I think the watch will go faster because selling an Instagram handle is kind of clunky. I'd have to just literally give him the password or whoever wants to buy it, probably an Amir. And then he would just, all my followers would be following him, which is kind of confusing. You buy a watch, you buy a watch. That's just your watch. It's a pretty clean transaction.
It's not the best.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
That was a Headgum original.